Cruise by Mandy, a little cruise math session number 3 coming up. If you have not watched the first 2, it would be very beneficial to go back and kind of look at those for just a bit. Let's say even though I may have rates that are not any lower than what you could book online direct, there are sometimes some value added promotions that I can add that you will not see online. For example, something going on right now at the time of making this video is on a certain time frame of cruises on certain ships within one cruise line for balcony and above. My agency can prepay your gratuities for the first 2 persons in the room. When those gratuities may run $20 a person and you want to book maybe a 14-night round trip Galveston cruise from January 2026 that is offered, $20 times 14 nights for that one person would be what, $280 for gratuities. And then that second person's another $280. So right there, that's a $560 value add. We have those promotions that do come out from time to time. It could also be maybe a specialty dining for 2 that can be added, a red, white, and blue package that might get added. It's just different promos. I can't go tell the cruise line what to do, but when there is a promo, I will always add it that specialized to our agency. What about when there's a price drop? The price drop I get a question about, and we can do those price drops up until final payment. Let's say that you had a cruise that cost $3,500, and that $3,500 cruise rate happened to come with some onboard credit of maybe $100. It happened to be a certain promo that was out for your category. And everybody starts posting, hey, there's a price drop, and you see it in a roll call group. Just because there's a price drop on person A does not mean that everybody has a price drop, because they could have booked at a different rate, on a different date, at a different time, in a different category with a different occupancy. And a good example would be recently, I had 3 rooms on one cruise line. One room dropped $100, another room dropped $5, and the other room dropped $1. All 3 were on the same ship on the same date. They booked on the same day, but they were in 3 different categories. So revenue management that's at the headquarters offices, I don't know what they do sometimes, honestly. But I see these, I'm like, oh my gosh, what are they thinking? Or this is a triple and I need 3 people in this quad room and I can't do it. So I deal with that a lot. And I have for 13 years. But let's go back to this $3,500 cruise with a $100 OBC for a promo that came out. There's a new promo out there. The new promo is for $3,200, but it drops the OBC. So mathematically, let's think about what do we want to do in this scenario. And this is what I go through in my mind every time. And as one who taught high school level mathematics for 15 years, my undergrad is actually a BS in mathematics, and I am not BSing you. I call it cruise math. So right now, I could save you $300 to drop the rate. I also lower my commission in doing that, and I don't mind doing that. I'm 100% commission based. I'd rather you save money and come back to me later because you know I take care of you. That $300 savings, now you've lost that $100 because the new rate does not have any onboard credit promos with it. So save $300 but lose the $100 OBC. Your net difference is now $200. So in your mind, is it worth saving $200? I would save $200. Think of what that covers. I mean, that could be a spa treatment. That could be a good excursion for maybe even 2 of you, depending on the price. $200 for a 7-night cruise would even cover the gratuities for one of you. So I will usually always opt for when it works better for you to save you the money and get the overall value. Now, let's say instead that this $3,500 cruise only went down to $3,450 and you lose the onboard credit. Well, $3,450 is only going to save you $50, but you lose the $100 onboard credit. So to save $50 and lose $100, that is usually not worth it. But I'll usually reach out and say, okay, I can save you the $50 because you're not going to use the $100 at all on board on what you say. Or I say, well, let's save it. Try to use it on your your gratuities on board if you're going to do that. So there are scenarios when it can work different ways mathematically. And that's why I will look at the whole picture with the value adds. Was it something that when I booked originally could have had some other promos in it, like the free prepaid gratuities, like that 14-night cruise I just mentioned for somebody else that, January is a 14-night cruise, currently free prepaid gratuities, or not? And is it worth the price drop to lose that? And look at the overall value of that. So that's math in the real world, and it's math in the cruise world, and it is our cruise math lesson for this lesson number 3, just to share some insight of how cruise math works. It's not new math, it is cruise math.